And here we go. Man, you know what? All this time tier maker has been around, no one has made an actual InuYasha tier list. Like, you go through the entire website, there's no legit tier list for the entire series. And I took it upon myself to actually encompass like a majority of all the combative characters. Not all the characters, just the combative ones. And I got about 95% of most of them. I'm being modest. About 90. Yeah, about 90, maybe 85%. I got majority, okay? I missed a few characters here. I even got some filler characters. So, if you don't know what tier list is, it's kind of gonna rank their powers of who's strongest to who's least strongest. S being super, or the highest ranking, and F being the lowest ranking. Everything else is just in between. A being high, and, you know, B and C kind of like being mid tiers. Okay, cool. So, let's begin. So, I feel like a good place to start is obviously the F. We can throw in like someone like Shippo. But we gotta fill this out. We just gotta start filling this bad boy out. Like, who are we gonna add in here? That's doing Akitaki Hojo. Now, he's not necessarily a combative character. He's probably the least combative character in this entire list. But he does try to fight. But he's gonna be less than Shippo because he's like a scary cat. And Shippo likes to boss this guy around. Shippo is young, but you know, he has spunk. Let's see who else we're gonna add in here. Some low-level demons, like some really weak scrubs. Hachi. Now, the thing between these two is one's older, one's younger, so I'm giving him a benefit of doubt of him being stronger than Shippo. And we're just getting into with that, even though Shippo has better feats than him. Speaking of that, where is she? People are gonna hate me for this. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm putting Kaede under here. So, physically, Kaede is weaker than Akitaki Hojo. Physically. You know, she's just an older lady. But she's dealt with some decent stuff. She's been wounded and still survived these severe wounds. On top of that, she's pretty, you know, she's kind of athletic for her age. But to be honest, all the characters that we're going to end up adding in here, Shippo can actually get hit by these guys and probably get up and start moving. I don't see Kaede getting hit by any like strong relevant characters and getting up to move. Shippo is still a demon at the end of the day, and he's extremely fast compared to the human. And I'm just respecting him entirely, hence why Kaede is down there. She's not that impressive as a spiritual character. She's probably one of the least impressive spiritual characters in the series. Probably one of the least, not the least, because our next one is gonna go down there. And where is she? Now, I forget her name. She's like this older lady. She doesn't really have any spiritual powers. She does have like this salt powder thing that was kind of like cool and helpful. But yeah, she's pretty irrelevant. She hasn't displayed any real like high-end knowledge. She can't really sense anything. So I'm going to throw her down here as the weakest combative character in this series. I just don't see her beating anybody in this list. Like Akitaki Hojo is still a man, so he can still beat her. And yeah, I'm just getting into it. I think this is gonna pretty much complete our F list. And a lot of people are probably wondering, Jokin, shouldn't he be an F? No, he's gonna be on D. Jokin, especially even through manga, is actually pretty strong. Jokin can kill your average man. So Genta and Hakaku. Genta and Hakaku are gonna go there. In terms of feats, guys, let's be honest. What have they done? So the next set of people I kind of want to add in here is because we're actually talking about these two. I think it's time for us to kind of like slide in at least one of them. Birds of Paradise. And I think the Birds of Paradise are gonna slide in right between here. Okay, so the Birds of Paradise are equal to your average wolf demon, and they're not that impressive in terms of feats. The only impressive thing is that they can just take these guys out. I am reluctant to actually put them above Jokin. Jokin's much more impressive than what you guys are thinking of. Like, I know like there's a running gag for weak characters, but he's not weak. He's weak in comparison to like people he has to deal with later in the series, but he's not weak. Okay, so let's see who we can get some other guys in there. You know what? We're just gonna start. And where are you? There we go. Let's add her in there. Oops, let me get her up there. There we go. No, she's obviously gonna be the strongest character in the entire series, and then we can add in the demon among demons to S tier, just so you can see like this is like the strongest characters in the entire series. Madam Centipede. She's actually pretty weak. She's not that impressive. I'm gonna go and add in. Now, I'm not necessarily sure where I want to place them at. And you're probably like, how you gonna disrespect Kaede with these two when they're like newbie priestesses? But with their display of their powers, they're actually pretty respectable. They sit in InuYasha flying. They did some pretty respectable things, and they have nice barriers. I just don't see them being like Superman. In fact, I might put them. I feel like they're more impressive than these guys. I can see them actually taking these two out, possibly even higher than that. Like I'm trying to respect Jockin for who I'm trying to respect Jockin for who he is, but I can easily put these guys above him. Like these guys may not be like killers, but they have like some respectable spiritual powers, but they can be anywhere in the D tier. Okay, so let's add some more. So we have the no face mask, and the no face mask isn't like the most impressive thing out there. I can see Jockin taken out with his staff of two heads. I can see them getting taken out by the no mask. His flesh eating mask. It's actually pretty decently quick, but I don't see them having any of these characters having any combative ability to take it out. Uh, Janinji's more impressive than everybody else here. I can see Janinji beating most of them. Oh, but I don't see Janinji beating this thing. So I'm gonna bring it back here. So in my tier list, what you need to understand is just because one character can beat someone up here or even up here doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna be up there with them. It's their overall like rating. Do I feel like this character can actually take on all these characters and win? Like I feel Jockin has the abilities with the staff of two heads and this skill set to take out any of these guys if he needed to. He's pretty impressive. Aun is not that impressive. I guess if you have like you can take out the barrier, he's actually pretty impressive here. I can put Aun here. I can see Aun just being in the sky, taking out anybody here. Kilala, where are you? Kilala is slightly less impressive than Aun. Aun did break a barrier, so that's more impressive. I can just see her taking out anybody here. Kilala's Kilala's weak though. No, I'm gonna put her here because she's just not that impressive. She hasn't really done anything like super crazy. And I know a lot of people think she's super strong, but she's really not. Also, FYI, she didn't work with Midoriko. That's like not accurate. If you actually read the manga, there's a demon, a cat demon, that says she's like less than 300 years old. She's not that old in comparison to other demons on this list. So I'm gonna start filling out the A tier so you can actually understand like what we're gonna be adding here. So these are the great demon tiers. Like these like super powerful like demons in the series. So most of the really giant demons are gonna be up here. So this is where we're gonna have Ryokotse. So this is where you're gonna have Hoshinki. What else do we have in here? Who's some other high level demons? The Panther Demon. Now, the Panther Demon is already stated to be much, much stronger than Ryokotse. Um, and he's like some of the highest demons in the entire series. We're gonna also add in, I forget, is it the Bird Demon? We're gonna also add this in there. I don't see the Bird Demon beating any of these guys, but we're gonna also add this in. Most of the time, all these demons have like clans and stuff. Um, but yeah. Let's we're gonna stop here. I want to kind of fill in some of the filler characters while I'm in here. So let's add the Panther demon tribes in here if I can find them. So the Panther demon. So the Panther demons aren't really that impressive. They're like slightly above average demons. They're like They're not fodder level where you can just send anyone at them and they're just gonna get beat. They're like above human strength, obviously. They're much faster than humans. Matter of fact, I think the Panther Demon are around InuYasha strength, like beginning series InuYasha. So that's how you want to kind of look at them at this point. They're roughly around there, and the strongest being closer near Shishomaru, not at Shishomaru's level per se, but more closer than InuYasha. So let's add in the rest of the guys in here. Now he's just muscle. I'm gonna add in the illusion right here. Granted, jogging came in was like pretty effective against this character. So this is the stuff that makes me want to add in jogging in tiers like this. Cause jogging is a lot more impressive than what you think. I might later change how I order jogging because he's taking on people in C tier and he's beating them sometimes. So yeah, so let's finish out the Panther demons. Now, our first B tier character is one of the Panther demons. And she's pretty impressive. Like, I'm going to put her right there. She's much more powerful than most of the characters in the C tier. The fact that she did trade blows, even though all these characters are filmed right away, she was written to trade blows with Tokijin Shishomaru, wielding Shishomaru. She's pretty impressive. She didn't match him as an equal, but she traded blows respectfully, and she didn't just get blown back. When the Panther demon he killed, like he swung, she was the only one that managed to dodge his attack, and these three died. So I'm just gonna put her in tier on her own for now until we start filling up some other ones, and you're gonna understand like how powerful these guys are. These characters for the most part are pretty much like are stronger than beginning of series InuYasha. Like InuYasha, wow, Tazaiga earlier in the series is C tier, so let's just try to like keep that in mind of relevant power. So to add in how this is kind of like InuYasha characters, like I mean relevant of InuYasha strength, we're gonna add in Ayame. Is that her name? I forget her name. She's only in it for like 2 episodes or so. I know Rumiko eventually liked her and added her in the manga. Well, by name, reference by name. Uh, what's some other characters who we throwing in there? Oh man, I forgot about this dude. I'm just gonna throw him in here. He's pretty impressive though. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know where I want to put him at. He's really impressive. Like his entire concept of his power set is crazy. Like to be able to just summon and create a horde of demons is pretty impressive. I could see them potentially beat him, but I also might even put him up there. Like I'm thinking of what he can do potentially. Granted, he's supposed to be down here or something, but like potentially just sitting in a castle making demons. Like he can be up there. Like I can see him in a C. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put him in. Oops, I'm gonna put him in a C tier. Screw it, low C tier. Out of respect for what he can do, very impressive. So to clear to some web, we're just gonna start putting a band of 7 in here, and let's start with the weakest band of 7 member that no one knows their name. He's very unimpressive. I just don't see him doing anything. He's like so weird. Matter of fact, this dude's D tier. Like I can see Juninji being this dude. I can seriously see Juninji beating him. Like he's so freaking weak. He's not impressive. Let's also add in this guy. He's gonna go here. He actually has some impressive powers. A lot of you guys are probably like, why are Band of 7 members going in D tier? Remember, they're humans, and during the Band of 7 arc, they were close to Hakue. Mainly because of this guy, which I'm gonna throw him in a tier in a sec. Uh, Mainly because of him, and if it was because of him, everybody would just kill these guys like instantly. And let me just throw him freaking in S tier. Like this dude is the most OP male human in the entire InuYasha verse. I don't know any male character that's human that's as powerful as this guy. This guy was a whole entire mountain range practically just purified. It's crazy. That's okay. Let's finish the band of 7. Um, Subikotsu. Now Subikotsu is gonna go up here. I might put him in C tier. I might put him low C tier to be honest. He's impressive, but he's not like super impressive. He's like low C tier, potentially high D tier. So I got his human half. I'm just gonna put his human hat here, respectfully. Banner 7, Banner 7, Banner 7. Where are you? I know that's Bankotsu. And yeah, you. This dude. This dude, I forget his name. He is not impressive at all. I mean, he has dynamite and stuff, but I'm like, I don't see him really taking on any like relevant, like renovate. I can't speak right now. I just don't see him beating any like strong characters that much. He might beat this dude. I'm gonna be respectful and say he beats this dude. He's supposed to be smart. Birds of Paradise. These are the jewel base birds of paradise. And you actually have to use Wind Square to take this guy out. Or take these guys out. So yeah. They nearly killed Koga, and Koga had jewel shards. So yeah. Take that with what you want. And then we're gonna have Jokotsu. Jokotsu is gonna go high C tier. I can see Jokotsu taking down any of these characters. Jokotsu was impressive, even taking on the likes of Shishomaru. Granted, Shishomaru's severely weakened, but just taking him on, and we're gonna have Banakotsu's the strongest member going straight up here. Oh, damn, I forgot this band. Yikes. Where do I want him to go? He beat Kilala. He beat Kilala. He beat all these guys. Pretty impressive. We're going to throw him in C tier. And now, when I'm rating this guy, I'm thinking of the manga version. The manga version is much more weaker than the anime. The anime version might actually have him thrown up here, to be honest. Maybe even higher, potentially. Anime version is pretty crazy. But yeah, we're just gonna do a composite version for most of these characters. By the way, while I'm like in here, like so we're gonna have like the manga counterparts and the anime counterparts to help balance them out. So we're not like going super OP and crazy. So speaking of that, these composite characters for like manga and anime, I'm gonna go and add in it was Inde. Inde is actually pretty impressive. Like if I look at like the manga and anime version, Inde might even be like B class or high C class, like with anime and manga composites. Like he's pretty fast in the anime, but he's not that fast in the manga. Not that impressive. Um what part was I about to do? I was gonna do something in particular before I got caught up with Banner 7 stuff. Oh yeah, I wanted to get into the B tier. So the B tier are gonna have some pretty powerful characters, but they did pop off in the early in the series, like Goshinki. Goshinki is a highly impressive demon. He did take out Tsaiga's what I like to call first iteration Tsaiga. Well, not first iteration, but you know, the original Tsaiga before InuYasha had to repair it to later get killed by, you know, demon InuYasha. I will also like to add in the likes of Totosai into C tier. I'm gonna add him right here because Totosai isn't some weakling, kind of like Jockin. It's a gag to kind of like make fun of these guys for being, you know, kind of weak or just not really, or shying away from the fight. But these characters are immensely powerful. He can actually wield every one of the swords. He can understand them better than the actual wielders. He understands exactly what the swords are saying. It's pretty crazy. It's very powerful. Get back to the B tier. Okay, so the B tier are gonna encompass these two. These two are very powerful. I don't see Bankoto beating these guys. These guys were almost as fast, if not faster than Koga, but almost as fast. Almost as fast as Koga. They were very fast characters. And I don't see Bankoto keeping up with the likes of these two. So Kagnera is going to be above these guys. She's actually one of the more impressive reincarnations. Let's add in Gortamaro. Is this? So I have both. I have both of them in here. I forget their names. but they're impressive. They're relatively pretty impressive. They can take on InuYasha. They can easily beat InuYasha, who's at this point without the sword is only like a C tier. Like when his sword isn't functional properly, he's only like C tier at best. Maybe low B tier, but they beat him up pretty good. Yeah, very impressive characters. I can probably even see them going above here, to be honest, just due to their ability. They have like really impressive stuff. They overwhelmed Moroku. Or one in particular. I feel like this is the second one. This is a filler character, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like he said something that about him being much more stronger than his cousin or relative or something. They were all part of the same clan. But since we talk about clans, let's also add in another Moth Demon, and he's gonna go to the A class. Now, I haven't seen the first InuYasha movie in a minute, but I'm just gonna say I know Kagome and InuYasha need to kind of like team up to take him out, so I'm gonna put him right here between Ryokotse and the matter of fact, I might take it a step farther and probably go beyond it. He had some pretty impressive abilities. Granted, this dude looked at Moroku and just knocked him out. So I'm like, I'm not sure, but we'll see. We got most of Naraku's reincarnations in here, but we didn't get my favorites in here that I'm trying to save for later. We're gonna add in the infant. The infant's much more powerful than all these guys. Who else we got? What else we got? Oh, let's add in the Lightning Brothers. Lightning Brothers in particular. Heaton. This is like I'm thinking of like a composite Heaton. Composite Heaton with that. It's gonna be stronger than him. I can see him beating them. Much more powerful. He's actually has some pretty impressive things, but those guys take on InuYasha pretty easily. They kind of manhandle InuYasha, so I have to put him there out of respect. And we're gonna put this guy down. I don't see him beating him. Yeah, we're gonna put him here. C class demons. InuYasha kind of struggled, but yeah. This guy who builds Daki is not that impressive. He does just absorb demonic energy. That's about it. I'm not really impressed with this guy. But he did put InuYasha to work, so I'm gonna put him here. Like InuYasha didn't struggle too much. I feel like InuYasha could have taken him out without that, but I'm just using composite form. I'm trying to rush through. I'm like, this is a lot of characters still. This demon, Jinenji beat him. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw him there. It's just trying to get rid of these filler characters. Like we have the catfish, which can just do a lot of crazy stuff. I don't see some of these guys beating the catfish demon. He's actually pretty impressive. I'm gonna put him there. Who's this demon? I don't remember what the salamander demon did. Just gonna put him here because he's possibly respecting the character for what they were. They fought the InuYasha gang later in the series, so yeah. Ursa, her son, and her adoptive daughter. Her adoptive daughter is gonna go at the bottom of the D because they are extremely weak. I'm gonna throw him up there. This one kind of like upset like the bridge for InuYasha, then got killed. I don't know. I have him up there just because he can create armies, so I'm just gonna put him there. They're D class. I don't see them being too impressive, but yeah. We got any low level demons. This guy is gonna go up here. I don't remember what he can do, but yeah, he's less than them. We got all the little weaklings out. I just want to get all the weaklings out of here. This one is I think a badger demon, if I'm mistaken, in disguise. Where would I put this? But they did kind of like, I don't know, stay on InuYasha stuff, so yeah. We're pulling me above here. Even though they're a badger demon, screw it. Just throw them there. Man, all these characters. Okay, so we're gonna get this half demon in here. This is the half demon, this dude who created fake jewel shards. He's really not impressive himself. I can see Joninji getting upset and killing him. He's really just not that impressive. Spiderhead demon, also not impressive. Just another random weak flow demon that should be thrown in D tier. We have the Yura of the hair. Is that her name? Yura of the hair? Is the hair added in there? Not that impressed. I can see her being in a D tier, if not C tier. I'm gonna throw her in a C tier out of respect. She actually has some pretty cool abilities. Yeah, we're gonna throw her low C tier. I know we have some weak demons in here. Oh, what's his name? Faithful Knight at Jeez, what was that freaking episode? Wow. This is a very good episode though, but he's almost as strong. He's pretty weak, but because he got defeated by a human in InuYasha, but he's still pretty impressive with that skill set. And I can see him kind of besting some of these guys right here. Well, most of these guys actually. Well, yeah. I forget his name, but he's very impressive. He can suck up demonic energy. I can see him being potentially low B actually. If not somewhere, I might move him up actually. He's actually kind of impressive. Yeah, we're gonna move him up. I don't because he absorbs demonic energy. He's very impressive. Most of these characters cannot just throw an attack at him. And when speaking of him, he just reminded me I do not have the demon shells that Moriaru takes later. Speaking of Moriaru, we're gonna have Goryomiru. Jeez, tongue twister. I am tired. Where are you, dude? I know I have you on here because he's kind of like he's strong. He took out a mountain demon, very impressive. Like his attacks are kind of relevant to that of Windscar, but I don't. Well, matter of fact, he did beat Kagnera too. Yeah, that is a truth. He kind of wiped out a whole bunch of demons in Kagnera. He might even go above the infant. He's pretty impressive. Like his whole purpose was to actually protect the infant. But I'm gonna put him here because he's not the GOAT Moriaru. I think I'm gonna add in Kohaku, and Kohaku, out of respect, I'm gonna put him in low C. He could even be D tier, but I'm gonna put him low C. He's actually can kick some ass. He's noted as one of the most impressive demon slayers in the village, actually. Who's some other humans? Okay, so we also gonna have Monk. I forget his name. He was in Forever Lord Shishomaru. Now I'm gonna put him in B tier. I don't know if I can see him best in anyone here. He's impressive, but he's just not the craziest guy out there. And I'm thinking of what he did on his own. He needed a group of priests or monks in the filler episode to stop Shishomaru or slow him down. And that's just not impressive enough for me to warrant him to be up here with the likes of some of these guys. We might slide him a little higher, but I just don't see him taking on anyone here. This dude split the baby. Out of respect, I'm just gonna throw you here, but you're not that impressive, so I'm gonna throw you down here actually. Yeah, we're just gonna throw you down here. I can see him like taking on some weak level demon. Oh man. Let's start adding some of the controversial characters in here. Let's get InuYasha's father in here. Now, InuYasha's father, I'm putting here, which I could easily put here, by the way. Originally, I wanted to put him like right under Ryokotse. Remember, because in his like 4 demon form, which I should have included in here, his 4 demon form is less than Ryokotse. He could not beat Ryokotse, and the Panther Demon is supposed to be much more stronger than his original form, which is much more stronger than Ryokotse. So yes, InuYasha's father should be right here. But granted, all the other stuff that we know of in the series, we're gonna put him right here. Who did we just add? I forgot. Let's keep going. Princess Abby. Princess Abby is going to be in the B tiers. She's much more impressive than a lot of these guys. She has barriers. She has like Naraku's abilities. I'm thinking of her with Naraku's staff, and she's pretty freaking impressive. Matter of fact, she's so impressive. She's actually A tier. My bad. I forgot her mother's up here. She's actually much more respectable with all that than her mother. Matter of fact, I'm gonna throw him above here. Might even come back later and throw him into B tier. He's pretty impressive. Speaking of him, we're gonna automatically throw in the water god up here. The water god is pretty impressive. Just being able to be much more stronger than him, having the ability to split the seas with her earrings. She has all his powers and a little bit more. And he's already pretty impressive. And I kind of want to slide him up in here. So I forget how powerful these two are exactly. I know they kind of got defeated by Moroku in them. And when I think of Moroku in them, I would probably put these guys B. No. Yeah, B tier. Since we got these guys in here already. We'll put them B tier. This one copies abilities. I forget their powers. I haven't seen the movies. I'm gonna react to the movies later. 'Cause I haven't watched them in a while. But yeah, and we have Muso, or AKA Onigumo. We're gonna go here, high C tier, maybe even slide in later, go into B tier. Matter of fact, we're gonna go into B tier because I can actually see him beating this guy. And we also have like early series Naraku, which early series Naraku would beat him, might even be higher. Early series Naraku before the duel was not as strong as some of the other characters there. He's actually relatively weak. So before I unveil how strong these guys are, let's get their henchmen in here. Their henchmen are relatively kind of weak. They're not that impressive. They're actually around InuYasha's level. They're probably around here. They're strong, but they're not like super strong or anything. If you notice anything, they're kind of like the Band of Seven guys. I'm not the Band of Seven. I mean like the four water gods that we're gonna cover in a bit after we cover these two. Where is the other one? There's like two more. Where are you, dude? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, there he goes. They're also pretty weak. I might be missing one. If I'm not, it doesn't matter. I really don't care. These guys are like pretty weak in comparison. Um, oh, Sabaki. We're gonna put her high C class. No, we're putting her B class. Somewhere in B. I don't know where. Because a lot of people think of her, they think of her in relation to Kikio. And the actual canon, she is not trained with Kikio. They do not have like this super advanced history where they have the same mentor like they do in the anime. If anything, there wasn't like relatively a lot of characters up there with Kikio, and we're going to talk about Kikio's power in a bit. But yeah, she's not a rival to Kikio. Don't, yeah. Kikio mocks her because she's not a rival to Kagome. We're going to deal with these guys in a bit. Let's start getting her in there. What is her power? She's not that impressive. I don't remember her doing anything crazy, like legit. She's supposed to be super powerful or something. I think Naraku came and wanted to like, I don't know. He wanted to, I don't know. I forget. We're gonna throw her S class. I kind of want to throw her. I mean, we're gonna throw her in A class. I kind of want to throw her in B class because I don't remember her doing anything crazy, but at least not in a manga. I think anime she does something a little special, but I forget. Yeah. We got all the weak characters in here. Got the demon head creature, which is D tier. Now Koga is gonna be our first runner up. Where the hell do I want to grab him? So Koga throughout the series is roughly around C tier. No, matter of fact, he's around B tier. But due to Goraishi, I'm gonna put him actually above these guys. Goraishi's actually equivalent to like Windscar or Anime Barrage. He's actually pretty powerful. And if you want to think like the whole spirit thing going with it, it's pretty crazy. I can actually see him taking out the infant, to be honest, with Goraishi. Goraishi's pretty crazy. Not beating him, Goraishi's pretty strong. Like he got bumped up way up here. Okay, that's respect. That's respect to the character. Now, InuYasha and gang, we're gonna have Sango. Sango is gonna go somewhere down here. I don't really see her. I can see her beating her. Can she beat him? Matter of fact, yes, because she can have it destroys her Ryoko. It actually destroys demonic energy. I guess. There's a part of me that don't want her to beat him, but I'm gonna put respect. She's not beating him. I'm telling you, she's not beating him. This dude straight up. I'm gonna put one of my favorite characters under him. Moroku's going straight under him. This dude looked at Moroku and just took him out, and that's with freaking Wind Tunnel. Wind Tunnel kills every freaking body. With Wind Tunnel, he just straight up looked at him and knocked his ass out. So yeah, let's get Kana in here. Kana is not that impressive. Kana can copy abilities. But yeah, that's about it. She's not crazy strong. Matter of fact, she can suck up souls, but a lot of characters up here can actually suck up souls. Or do anything like manipulation with the soul. We have the woman who loves Shamura. Throw her somewhere. She's actually pretty relatively powerful. I'm gonna throw her low A. Let's actually start getting some more characters in here. That's wow, I didn't put him in there yet. Sid, what's his Kaijimbo? It's Kaijimbo, I think. Kaijimbo is not a strong demon, but due to having the Tokijin, he was actually pretty strong. A little challenge for InuYasha, but he's just not a strong demon. I'm gonna put him between here. He's just not a strong demon at all. Between there, he's really not, he's not strong. So right now, let's finish up with some of the movie characters and filler characters. We got like 2 filler characters in here left because they're like stupid OP strong. But let's get some of the workouts in here. This is the Shadow Dude. Where's the Turtle one? Turtle one is so freaking trash. I'm sorry. You're going B, dude. You're going freaking B. You're going B. You're so trash. You're so trash. I can see like anybody from the A tier just straight up just killing him. Like he's really weak in comparison to other gods. Let's get some of the other ones in here. Where are you? This dude take on Shishomaru. Very impressive. Very impressive. So you're going right above the one that loves Shishomaru, which I forget her name. I'm missing. Where are you? You're pretty strong. You're the leader. And then I also have the composite version. Let me throw them up there. I have the composite version of them right here because he's actually pretty impressive. I forget how they got taken out, but yeah. So let me get him in here, and I forget his name. I think it's like Shoshinki. I'm gonna throw him in there. He's supposed to battle InuYasha's father. He has medals on Getra. He's pretty strong. I can see him busting most of these guys up. I forget this dude's power, but I kind of want to put him up here just because medals on Getra. It's just so freaking OP. So as we are continuing, we are adding in the strongest InuYasha characters in the entire series. We have 3 of them up here already, and everyone else is just very, very impressive. These 2 are the strongest Niraku incarnations out there. Hakudoshi is actually gonna go somewhere above her. Guys, you want to think of like barriers and everything, and barriers are this is like you want to think of barrier Niraku, like when Niraku's 4 demon, and this is kind of like a nice representation of what Niraku at that time of Mahakue, what he represented. You know, because he predominantly relied on his barrier, which Hoshinki kind of destroys very easily. And I'm going to throw him in here. Granted, he has Baraka of the Dream. Is very impressive. I can see Baraka of the Dream and just having a lot of manipulation abilities. Not necessarily defensive abilities, but he's very fast. He's up there with Shishomaru. He's capable of stealing demonic energy, and he's pretty impressive. And he's very connected to Naraku. Okay, so who else do we have? So yeah. So let's talk about these 2 right here. Hoshiomi and was it Toskiyomi or something like that? I know they got like the same name. So we're gonna throw them in freaking S tier. In freaking S tier. I might even throw them freaking higher than that. Like very powerful characters. And due to what happens here during these during this arc, due to what happens, which is gonna actually make my next decision choice, which is gonna make everybody like scream in a video. Yeah, let me grab Kagome. Kagome, out of respect for you, I'm gonna put you above InuYasha and the father. Like, out of respect for Kagome, I'm gonna put her above InuYasha and Shishomaru's father. Sorry, Toga. Due to her spiritual power, she's very impressive. I know combative wise, I can easily throw her down here. I'm not about to do that to her. I'm thinking about her as a spiritual character, what she can do if it really comes down to with the slight plot armor on there. Yeah, she's going down there, and a lot of people are not about to like what I'm about to do next. And you're going here. Yep. So here's why he's going here and not up here, due to these 2. If you're gonna notice what I'm gonna do up here, a lot of these characters are kind of like stupid powerful. Like this dude alone in the series threw a freaking blade at InuYasha's shadow. Because these are filler characters, by the way. He threw a blade at InuYasha's shadow, froze him there. If it wasn't due to plot, he would have killed him. He had an ability very similar to that of Medals on the Getrua. Half the stuff in InuYasha's kit that he goes through the entire series picking up. I don't see what the hell he's doing to take this guy out. Now, he does have dragon scale. Now that may actually, when I think about it, they might boost him up here with dragon scale to Saiga. He's definitely not beating. Well, he might beat her. Well, he's not. He's not. It's very confusing. Now, InuYasha is not gonna beat her. She's very powerful, but she's just gonna die due to that fact. Just thinking of it kind of like as composite. She's more powerful than this guy. It's very hard. These two are very powerful. I'm gonna put InuYasha here, out of respect. I'm gonna put Kagome here because I'm not gonna throw her up here. She's just not a combative character. She could shoot an arrow, but her spiritual powers are just not there. Moriaru, he's gonna go up here, much more impressive than any of these guys. He's gonna go below InuYasha at this point. That hurts me seeing this guy like below here because everything he's done in the entire series is more impressive than half the characters in this entire show. Like, he's very OP. He's like movie level strong. Speaking of InuYasha movie level strong, InuYasha movie characters are some of the most broken movie characters I've ever seen in anime. They are ridiculous. Let me throw this guy in here. He's pretty crazy. I'm gonna throw him in here out of respect because I'm assuming InuYasha's father is gonna have Tessaiga and Tessaiga, and he's at least as powerful as strong as Shishomaru, and he should be able to take this guy out. But that's very impressive that you're gonna be up in the high tiers for A. Now Princess Kagnera, you're going up here, man. Like, wow, broken. You're broken. You're broken. And we're gonna have Minagatsushi right in between, right here. He's pretty crazy. And we're gonna have Naraku right below him. He mocks Naraku. Granted, I think Naraku's much more impressive than him. And the next two. Within the last two, we have Kikio and Shishomaru. Now, Shishomaru is pretty impressive. Like, he's gonna go up here. Like, these guys feared Shishomaru so much. They abducted Ren just so he couldn't just one-shot Naraku with Bakusaiga. And with Tenseiga, he was capable of just one-shotting, well, kind of like two shots, Minagatsushi. And he's essentially the most powerfulest known demon in the entire series. Like, I feel like there are other characters that can actually beat him on this list, if you actually put him respectfully. Their characters, like, I think this character potentially could do some stuff. Like, legit, he's kind of broken. You have to time goddess Kagnera. She actually can do some stuff there. But overall, Shishomaru, he that dude. Then last but not least, Kikio is stronger than Kagome. She's much more powerful than is it Hoshiyame? No, Toshio. I forget her name too. She's much more powerful than her. She is and she cleansed this dude so very feared, one of the most feared characters throughout the series. Prime Kikio. This is Prime Kikio, by the way. Even though sadly I have these Demon Soul collectors in here. Prime Kikio is much more deadlier than Shishomaru. Prime Kikio is very, very, very deadly. Like, legit. Think of Kikio that you've seen throughout the series, mixed with Kagome. Like, that's Prime Kikio. Like, Kikio alive does not have all her weaknesses of having her soul ripped out as casually as she does then. She's not as affected by other things because her body's actually real. Like elements of miasma, she's not as affected by it. She is very, very skilled. She's pretty much what Kagome is gonna be, I would hope, by the new series. Like, by the new anime, I hope Kagome is at least around this level. She should be pretty close. I feel like the new Kagome should be right in between here. But yeah, Prime Kikyo is no joke, guys. No freaking joke. There's a reason why she can just pull in Midoriko's soul and into herself. Kikyo, even afterlife, like even during the series, Kikyo is the equal or the equivalent of Naraku toward the jewel. Like, she pulls in Midoriko, as in Naraku kind of like works for her and pulls in the evilness of the Shikano Tama. she's up there. Now, I've taken time to make this entire list. I've composited all these images for you guys. I might add some more characters here and there. Please check it out, make your own list. Let me know what you think, and yeah, comment down below. Peace.